dentro de
Yeah.
mí.
All right.
Juntos podemos sentir. Lo veo que es verdad.
Yeah.
Sonreír. Tú eres la lámpara que ilumina mi camino. Tú eres la luz que alumbra mi destino.
All right, y'all. What's going on? What's going on?
All right, Dr. Trey. Okay, buddy.
All right, let me get settled in. All right.
You are hot and live on YouTube.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Just getting things in order over here. All right. How's everybody feel?
Yeah.
What does everybody look like this evening? What's up, Dolores? What's happening? What's up, Rochelle?
Hi, Dr. Paul.
What's up, Joyce? Let's see, Patricia. What's up, y'all? What's up, Miss Marcy? I see ya. All right.
Yeah.
Everybody doing? What's up, cousin Claudia?
Fly music. That's what's up.
Yeah. We're gonna get started. We are live, Big B. We should be good on.
Yep. We're good on YouTube, buddy.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Everybody in. Everybody come on in. Have a seat. Come on in. It's the Family Tree Wednesday. Hump Day.
Yeah.
All right.
April 24.
Yes. That's right. 4/24, 2024. That's right.
That's the challenge.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, Big B,
Yeah.
let's go live now. We're going to go live.
Tú eres la lámpara. Alumbra mi destino.
All right, I want to welcome everyone to the Family Tree. Put your hands together, family. Hey.
I can't see nothing.
All right. I want to welcome everybody as you come on through. As the more folks are coming through, we want to say,
No puedo
come on in.
imaginar
Tell us who you are when you're coming in. Yep, there you come in. Come on in. And welcome you to the Family Tree. And it's the place where we talk about all that is holistic, all that is health, and all that is doing for a live a better quality of life. So we're going to get started. I'm going to bring it on down, Big B.
Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir, man.
Make sure you mute yourself, family. Make sure you mute yourself.
Ooh, yeah, buddy. Yes, sir.
All right. We're going to come off. All right, tell me what you got there, buddy. Can you see me now?
Yes, sir. All
right. I want to welcome everyone to the Family Tree. This is the place where we do all holistic health and all that is good for you and your heart and your mind and your family. That's why we call it Family Tree, right, y'all?
Yes,
because
sir.
this is the place where we say we gather around that ancient concept of the ancient laurel trees. And from the ancient laurel trees, we call that the place where everything used to go. We used to say, you need a problem, you got a situation, gather around the tree and with the family. That's our real social security. You got to say it slow, y'all. You got to say it slow. Say it with me, social security. That means it's not a check. It is your family. That's right. So together we sit around, we talk about all that was going on in the world. All the situations and problems, believe it or not, can be right around your family tree. It's probably your solution is right next to you within this realm. So we invite you to join the conversation this evening. If you want to join us, go right on down to your menu bar and you can see where you see reactions. Click on reactions. If you got a question, something on your heart, on your mind, you can jump in the queue and you can raise your hand like Big B up there.
Yes, sir.
We will put you in queue. And if someone says, you know what, I'm just too cute, I don't want to be on view, that's all right.
Look out.
We accept that. You might want to just put your information in the chat box and Prophetess over there. Let's give Prophetess a hand.
Fingers is in the house.
Prophetess Lisa, buddy. AKA Fingers. She's going to put it in there and we'll try to get to your question. If you're someone that may have missed the actual prompt where it says to actually log in or to actually put a question by phone, we just let us know you're calling by phone, and we'll try to get your question in. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All right.
sir.
We're going to get started. And Big B, well, I want to give our host with the most, Big B, Bill 1L Morgan. Give him a hand, y'all. Let's give
Yeah,
him a
buddy.
hand
That's
as he
what's
comes
up. That's what's
through.
up. Shoot, I
What's up,
clap for
buddy?
myself. Hey, I
How you
clap for
doing?
myself, man. What can I tell you? Look, man, you know, I'm doing well. So
Big B, you got a haircut, man. You got a haircut on me.
Bam. Hey, I've been watching Karen. Karen told me how to get my hair slicked down like this.
Oh, yeah,
Hey,
it looks good, buddy. Looks good. Looks good. Looks
Yeah,
good.
well, you know what? I figured it was about time to get ready to get warm outside, you know, so I'm gonna do my best to look as decent as I can. Good.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, man, look like you really under that palm tree right now.
Woo!
All right, buddy. So, Big B, tell us what's going on, man. You know, we have our favorite website, but of course, the website is no longer tracking the COVID.
man.
So that's a shout to begin with. So
Yeah.
we started to go to those CDC numbers. Do you have those CDC numbers? We didn't talk about
No,
that.
I don't have the CDC numbers. You know what I mean?
But give those numbers, the last numbers that
I'll
you
give the
have from
last
the
numbers
World
I
of
have,
News,
Dr.
yeah.
Paul.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, guys, here we go for our last numbers. It's probably what about maybe it's a few days ago. Okay, our current numbers from a few days ago, it stands up as our cases at 704,753,890. And our deaths at 7,010,681. Our recovered guys, 675,619,811. We still have what they call active cases, guys, at 22,123,398, which comes up to about 98.8% of the population right now. And our closed cases, listen, guys, our closed cases, 630,492 with a 99% recovery discharge rate.
Wow, that's
What's
great,
up?
man.
That's
You know,
what's up, man.
that just shows that our numbers, even when they stopped counting, they were really starting to do well. And that means people are doing well. So we shout out to everybody who's taking care of yourself. You're doing something. And guess what? The numbers are showing. So we're going to get started, Big B.
Yeah, buddy.
And we're going to start off today. You know, I always get started with the testimonies. I love
Yes,
testimonies
yes,
because testimonies go a long way. Some people may not realize that, you know, when you're going, you know, about to head into a storm, some people are in the storm, some people coming out of the storm. You need that support in that midnight hour when you need somebody to hold on when someone may have given you bad news. You know, a lot of times we talk a lot about the bedside manner of doctors and people in the healthcare profession. And sometimes it gets a little reckless. And with that, we get information sometime from those sources that we believed in strongly, and it really affects us. So then we say, well, what is there left if I just feel like they just dropped the load on me? So that's what a testimony is for. That's because if somebody can see they can get out of it, guess what? You can do the same. We open up the door. And I always said a platform. So for those that have a testimony, something on their heart, their mind, that they've been using from not just here, what we talk about here at the family tree, but you may have been using from things that we talked about in past, or it may be something you use that grandma used. And you might got a shout this day. I just want to say I provide that platform for you. You want to open up somewhere where you want to open up and just say, hey, I just want to talk about it. This is the time we do it. So officially, the floor is open. Anyone have a testimony on their heart or mind? The floor is open right now. All right. Anyone have a testimony? Anyone? Big B?
Well,
we don't have any.
I do.
Go ahead, Lee. Go ahead, Lee.
Go ahead,
I do. I really do. Grand Risings, everyone.
Grand Risings.
I know many of the family tree know what I've been going through with my husband. And he's still in Florida in a facility, but I was able to get him moved out of this particular facility that I didn't like. And now he is in an assisted living facility with only about 40 residents.
Oh, great.
So
great.
It's a step up, and I am praying that one day we will be able to bring him home, wherever that home will be, in Florida or up here,
Right.
with help, and we both can live the remainder of our days together. So
Right.
that's
Right.
but at least he's out of there and he's in an assisted living.
All
Claim
right, that's a
claim
shout
it,
right
Ethan.
there. Let's
That's
give
what's up.
Ethan a
That's what's
shout
up.
out. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a
Claim it and it
congratulations.
works.
Everybody, come off mute
Yes, it
Yes,
did.
right
sir.
now.
Claim it and it
Give
works.
her a
Man,
shout.
yes,
Yes, sir.
congrats.
And
Congratulations.
thank you.
Congrats.
I know this is,
Congratulations.
thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do.
Congratulations.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yes, awesome. Congratulations. That's a beautiful thing. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That's
And you know,
wonderful.
while I'm on here, Dr. Paul, and then I can put my hand down and thank you so much. I just want you to clarify after the testimony,
Okay, hold on.
the proper way, and I know I'm 99.5% correct. I know. And taking the colon cleanse.
Yes.
I have a client and a new client, and she's taking the colon cleanse and the parasite cleanse, but she's taking them both at the same time. And I told her, no, you do the colon cleanse first, complete that, and then you start the parasite cleanse. I said, you cleanse and then you sweep. She said, well, that's not what Dr. Paul told me. I said, no, he didn't tell you that.
You got that right.
So I just want you to clarify
I know that's right.
for everybody who
Yeah, absolutely. I want to clarify that again. I've always said, I've never
Thank you,
said
guys.
Thank you, Nitha.
You
Appreciate
got
you.
it, Ethan.
And thank you for clarifying that, because yes, I've always had the understanding. Remember, I've always mentioned to you, you have to cleanse, then sweep. Got to cleanse first, because when parasites are, we got to move the roughage first. That's what the cleanse does. So all the herbs are moving debris out of the system. But when you're moving, remember, parasites are sentient beings. They know, hey, somebody trying to get rid of us. So after you finish the cleansing, you must come by and sweep, because they try to spawn more eggs or larvae, and therefore you're going to have a bigger problem, because now they spin by the billions of more eggs. Got it? Because they think they're going to they believe they're being eliminated. So that's why we must sweep, and you sweep with those herbs that are specifically for killing larvae and eggs, and that is the black walnut. That's the cloves. That's also the wormwood. All those, that's what they specifically have been designed for. So that is correct. That is always cleanse, then sweep. Sometimes people miss it in the misunderstanding in the translation, but we understand. But that is correct. Cleanse, then sweep. All right? Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Anyone else? Do we have another?
I have no testimony.
All right.
I
Who's
have
that? Mark? Mark, what's up, buddy?
It is. It's been kind of rough lately. I've been having these crazy headaches, and I'm having this new medicine that I'm dealing with as far as MS. It's only 2 injections per year, which is great for me. But I don't know if these headaches is coming from this or whatever. But what I'm gonna have to do with you, Dr. Paul, I'm gonna have to get with you, and I know I have to take an assessment. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to text you the medicine that I'm taking. Need to have you analyze and see what it is for me. But then I'm trying to figure out where this headache is coming from. And
all right,
it's not taking me away from my walk. And matter of fact, my walk has gotten a whole lot better. I'm walking normal now, seriously. And I'm gonna put this walk on Facebook, and I'm still doing what I'm doing. Thank God he's still in my corner. And I have to get these headaches away from me. My blood pressure is great.
Yeah,
my
I think
blood
it's
pressure.
time. Yeah, go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
I know it's time for me to take another assessment. I'm about to go through that now. I'm going to go talk to your ladies and set this appointment up. And I need it badly. And I'll take it from there.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Let's first of all, let's come on and give Mark a shout, because Mark, we've been following you for a long time. Everybody come off mute, give Mark a shout out. We need that
That's what's up,
encouragement.
Mark. Yeah, man.
Yes, Mark, you're doing well, buddy. Stay on the field, brother. Yes.
Congratulations, Mark. Happy
All right,
that
Now,
Mark.
you're getting around.
now I want
Yeah,
to
man.
I want to give why this is actually a shout that what you're going through, Mark. You know, you mentioned to us about a few weeks ago that you were transitioning off of a pharmaceutical. Is that correct? Remember you
Yes.
transitioning? So that's what you could be experiencing right now.
Yeah,
A little
yep,
bit
yep.
of transitioning off of pharmaceuticals. You're no longer in that when you've been taking it for so long.
Long. Yes,
Now
sir.
your body is adjusting to that process. Sometimes that can trigger the headaches. That could be part of that. That's why it's important if you're coming off of medication right now. And of course, that was your choice, right?
Yes, it was.
And that being your choice, come on in and get an assessment, and I can help you with the transition process of that, what it takes. But that usually, if you've been on for so long, one of the first signs of transition is headaches.
Yeah,
That's
buddy.
the first sign.
Big time.
That's the first thing. So is your body saying, well, where's that drug I was used to seeing? Where's that drug? Where's that drug I was used to seeing? I don't know. So this is where your body builds a routine. So now we'll help you with that process, okay?
Now, hold on. Let me rephrase this. I'm weaning myself off of it. I was taking 100 milligrams of Lyrica. Now I'm taking 75. And say, when they was telling me that, no, well, if anything, dealing with Lyrica, you have to wean yourself off of it. You just can't stop it. And I know
That is
I'm not going
correct.
to
That is
stop
Yes.
correct.
it.
That is
Yep.
correct. And that's exactly my
At
point. You have to
75
watch.
now.
Right. So even if you're weaning off small amounts, you have to do it slowly. That's correct. So some of the side
Yes.
effects with that would be things like headaches. So just keep that in mind. So give me a call. Come on in. We'll get the
Yes, sir.
assessment. We'll get you cranking. We'll get you rolling. Okay. All right,
Work,
Mark.
thank you.
Good stuff, man. Stay
All
on the
right,
field.
buddy.
Stay on the
Yes, sir,
field.
man.
All
Thanks,
right.
family. Appreciate
All
the
right.
love, family.
Yeah,
Appreciate
buddy.
All
it.
right. All right. All right. All right. Who do we have? Do we have another, or are we going to the questions? Big B, anybody else? Anybody else coming through? All right.
Is that question time, but takes care of that.
That
All
sound
right.
like
All right,
prophetess.
fingers.
She moving
That
the
sound like
clock.
fingers.
She
Don't
moving the
stop, no
clock on
stop.
it, Big B. She moving the clock. 2 seconds. All right, I got you.
All
All right.
right, Dr. B. There's a question from Vaughn here. It says, is einkorn pata, P-A-T-A, wheat, okay to eat?
Okay, remember the key word is what? Anything, make sure it's what? Not processed. We want
Right.
not refined, unrefined. No matter what the product is, you check it, make sure that it's unrefined. So make sure that would be my question. Are they still on? Can you is that a
As
text?
far as I know,
Oh, the
Vaughn, you
question?
still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, go ahead, buddy.
Well, you know, I looked at the package, but it doesn't say if it's refined or unrefined.
Okay, so that's a major
But
question. Yeah. Yeah.
but I was looking up the actual wheat. It's they say it's like kind of prehistoric, 1,000 years
Okay.
ago from Europe. So I just wanted to know if what's your take on that
Well,
einkorn wheat?
Well, remember, anything that's as long as it's natural, it's in its form. Wherever it grows, that's what it's good for. So in places that it grows, it's like you said, it's an ancient one, been around a long time, got a lot of nutrients. So with that, you just make sure that it's usually, if it's been around a long time, it's really high in protein. That's what
Right,
you're going to notice. You're going to notice something that has a lot of protein to it. So with that, those are the building blocks. Those are the things that we talk about, the building blocks dealing with the amino acids and things. So I would say it's probably good, but just make sure that it's not refined. That's it. As long as they haven't refined it, they haven't added no things. You got to look for all those things that companies do when they keep it on the shelf. Sometimes they'll add something like a preservative or additive or something like that. Just be on point with that. Okay?
Okay, gotcha.
All right.
All right, very good. Rachel has a question here. She says, is Highlands brand bioplasma cells salt okay to have? Now, I don't know if she
which
needs
one
to
is it now?
Highlands brand bioplasma cells.
Okay, I got to look at that. Let me see. Is it in the chat?
Yes, in the chat is Highlands brand It's at 7:16 p.m.
Bioplasma cells salt. I'll have
Salt,
to take a look at that. I haven't
Okay.
seen that product. Yeah, I haven't seen that. I'll have to take a look at it. If
Okay.
they can tell me, see, you got to look at
Rachel, you
it's
there?
not just, it's more than just brand names. So whenever you want to find out is something, you got to get past the brand name and you got to go into what is their claim of fame. That's what I
Right.
call it, Big
Yep.
B. What's your
Yep.
claim to fame? That means it's going to be in your ingredients. You got it? You got to see what's in the ingredients and what they're saying. What's the thing with salts? Remember we say with salts is what? It must be, again, unrefined. Got it?
Yes.
Because if we are the greatest refiners, you don't want anything already processed, because if it's AKA been processed or AKA already been converted, it's been destroyed. Got it?
Right.
So those machines and things are doing what your organs would normally be doing, which is your liver, your pancreas, your kidneys. So as long as it's not, and I'll look it up while we go to the next question to see if that is, I'll look to see what it says on the ingredients, okay?
Okay. All right. So the next question is from Natasha. What is good for my 4-year-old daughter? Allergy seasons, I guess, itchy eyes, itching throat. What's good for that?
Oh, yeah, for the children. How old is she?
Yes.
How old is
4
she?
years old, Dr. P.
4 years old. Yeah, with the 4-year-olds, you got to watch it. You got to keep them away from the sugar. That's it. Sugar, candy, the dyes, the salts, all the things that we do. You know what I have to do? I'm gonna have to get a 411, a sort of 101 to parents on things to watch out for the children. That means the salts, definitely the sugars, the colors, the dyes, all those things. You got to watch it because the children get exposed to that. And all they're going to do is what? Put pretty colors, shiny things in front of them, and then they're going to go after them. Got it? They don't understand. So you have to be the gatekeeper for them. Don't bring the stuff in the house. You notice interesting that when you're going out and you're checking out of the supermarket or something, they put all of that glittery stuff right at the bottom because they know them little hands gonna be grabbing.
Buddy.
Them little hands be like, "Mommy, can I have this? Mommy, can I have this?" And it's always those candies that are the worst are at the bottom. So be
right
careful.
In their eyes.
Right. First thing first, keep them off the sugar. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. You got to keep them off the sugar. When there's ever a allergy or something, that's immediately, if it's at 4 years old with an allergy, wow, that's toxicity.
Yeah.
That means that really that child has been exposed to a lot of stuff. So keep the things like we say not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. I would start with things like, traditionally we start with things like elderberry, like the black elderberry, sambucas. Those were like the black elderberry from Israel. That's one we start with first. And that will help to not only get the gut in order, but it also help with detoxing. So that's where I would start right there. Also water, make sure as 4 years old, half the body weight in ounces. Got it? Half the body weight in ounces. Make sure you split that in half. That's how much ounces she should have or he should have in a day. Got it?
Right.
That's what I would do. This is a little checklist we got to do with the parents, because when parents are, you have to be the gatekeeper. There's too much stuff out here that is so causing these allergies, and you got to be the gatekeeper. Got it? There's things that are banned in other parts of the world that are readily available in all our foods. That doesn't make any sense. How is it banned in other countries and we can still be absorbent to this stuff? Even in our own country, there's certain things that are banned in certain states that other ones don't have. The titanium titanium dioxide, which is the shiny stuff. There's so many things, so you be careful, okay? So it's just a little checklist.
Dr. Paul,
right. Yes.
There's a great television program that comes on the History Channel called The Food That Built America. And all this stuff we're talking about, they show where it was introduced into the food chain.
Yeah, that's right. That's
absolutely right. They show when it was, and usually it's something that's a waste product that they're trying to make something out of it.
Yeah. That's right. It's always working on the byproducts of stuff that we are buying. We're getting into all the byproducts of everything. A lot of that came from the rich families of the world. The one that I think about all the time Pastor, is the the petroleum.
Yeah, yeah, buddy.
Yeah,
You
oh,
know,
yeah.
from the oil companies, they said, they were, scraping out the tanks, and at the bottom they said, well, we're gonna clean out this tank and get ready for the next load to refine. They said, wait a minute. All that gunk on the bottom, he said, don't clean that up. We're gonna save that.
Well,
Let's save that.
I
That
know that's
gooky
right.
stuff that gets all in the gears and everywhere. We're gonna save that. We're gonna refine that. And then we're gonna resell that. We're gonna call it petroleum jelly.
Help me, y'all.
And then people, what? You put it right on your face, and it blocks up your pores. It does all that stuff. So byproducts.
Our food system is built around economics, not health.
Woo, that's right. Economics. That is it. That's it. Yes, yes.
Dr. Paul, I sent my oldest brother a copy of King Corn yesterday for him to look at. He was so upset when he got through. I don't understand. He said, how did we start off with putting ammonia into the ground to pump it up so in order to plant seeds to get stuff that has no good for us? I said, well, brother, we've been talking about this for years. He put me on the phone. He said, I'm not talking to you anymore. I said,
I'm not talking to you. You know too much, Big B. You know what? I got to rebroadcast that. There's a couple of them that I'm going to rebroadcast. I'm going to rebroadcast that one on the Dr. Paul Holistic Health Show that's on Facebook. We're going to pull that one back. And I did the show called Corn in Your Hair.
Oh, yes,
Remember
buddy.
we did that?
Yes,
Remember
sir.
I did the one called Corn in Your Hair?
And that's what got him. That's what got him. He said, I'm balding, it's killing me.
Corn in your hair, man. They're finding corn in people's hair. That means there's so much of corn everywhere, and it's genetically modified.
Yes, sir.
That it's being found everywhere, even in your hair. They're analyzing people's hair. Man, people got so much corn, they got it in their hair. Wow. All right. Okay, let's get going. Thank you, Possum. Hey, Possum. Yes.
Dr. Paul, remember you were talking about how that corn affected the bees?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. They call them they call it neonics.
Yes.
Neonics. Neonics are it's a genetic modification that they're doing. And when the bees, they say, well, the bees, they know it causes, problem with the bees, because when the bees land on these genetically modified, like sunflowers and things like that, they start acting all erratic.
All right. Yes, sir.
And guess what, Big B? They come back and they can't find their way. They say it causes neurological damage to the bees. And you're probably saying, well, how do people know that it causes neurological damage with the bees? Well, that's because the bees can't find their way back. They're like, wait a minute, I made a left over here and then I went over here, Big B, where am I? They get lost in the field and they end up dying out in the fields. So they knew it was causing damage. So these things called neonics. This is exactly what it was, and it was a chemical. These GMOs.
You said they found like about 3 million bees.
Yep, absolutely.
And that's dangerous because the way the bees go is the way we go.
That's right. That's right. They said, I think Einstein said that. He said 5 to 10 years after the bees go, we go.
We be gone.
Yep. And they had, matter of fact, that was the same year they had to fly millions and millions of bees from other parts of the world to California to save the almond crop. That's what they had to do. Yep. So, it means a lot, y'all. So, stay on point. No corn in your hair.
Well, good thing I'm bald. Hallelujah. Okay. No, let's go to TR and then we'll come up to Cam in the corner. TR says,
you made Karen put his hat on, man.
Karen, don't worry about it, man. We got it going on, boy. What you talking about?
You made Karen throw his hat on, man.
There you go.
All right, D.
That's funny.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
all right, since, real quick, let me get this one from TR. It says, I'm trying to avoid gallbladder removal, Dr. Paul. Recently received a diagnosis of gallstones and calcification of the gallbladder wall. I guess it was mentioned the signs of malignancy of the gallbladder. Any suggestions? Then we go to Karen.
Yeah, definitely. We have a gallbladder cleanse. Would be the liver cleanse. We had that in Prophetess. I'm sure you have it. You can put that protocol up in there for the person. And that's the protocol that we do. Now, I'm going to give you one real simple one to start with, though. One that actually starts to break down calcification and that, that the hardening that's happening with the gallbladder, believe it or not, is something as simple as apple juice, pure apple juice. That's apple, and that means 100%. Okay. That actually has been known to help people to break down a lot of calcification and things like that. So that, along with Prophetess, you have that up there. I know you already got it in there somewhere, right?
It's coming. The liver flush, right?
The liver flush. We're going to go with the liver flush this time. Now, there's other ones that you can do also. Remember, the liver flush and also the spleen flush both actually help with that process. All right, so the liver flush was a half a cup of fresh lemon juice, not to diagnose, treat, cure, not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, death, food for the soul. Half a cup of fresh lemon juice, a quarter cup of lecithin granules. Lecithin. Lecithin is something that moves stuff. Got it? That's why you see lecithin in a lot of things like colon cleanses and things like that. All right. 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of horseradish root powder. Horseradish root powder.
Okay.
Now, 1 garlic clove, or it can be 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. Got it? Someone asked you, can it be minced? Yes, it can be minced, but just make sure there's no vinegars and things like that used with it. Got it?
Okay.
And then the last thing would be 1/8, which represents a pinch of cayenne pepper. Got it? So that's what we use. We usually try to go through that process for 7 to 14 days consistently. Okay. The side that we lie on that side would be your right side. Lay on your right side. Okay, that's after process. Try not to eat too late. Make sure your water's correct. Stay off the refined sugar, refined salt, refined oils. No purified, filtered, reverse osmosis, or distilled waters. Got it? Usually starts to get it going. And like I said, apple juice is a perfect way to start, though. Okay?
All right, Karen, you're up next.
Okay. Someone adds music. Good evening, everyone. Quick question. For stomach ulcers.
Yeah, stomach ulcers.
What can be done?
Yeah, stomach ulcers go into, again, acid-forming foods. Got to stay off the acid-forming foods. If there's a few things that I would directly, I would first attach, it would be aloe vera gel, number 1, because, that deals with derma issues. So aloe vera gel, always take it on an empty stomach. That would be my first choice. Okay, aloe vera gel, not the juice, the gel. It can be with or without pulp. It doesn't matter. All right. And it can be directly from the actual plant itself. It would probably be the best. Second thing would be papaya. Papaya. Yep. Papaya can be one of the best beneficial things for healing the gut lining. So papaya would be the second one. And just eating raw papaya. Third would be raw cabbage juice. Raw cabbage juice. So it doesn't take a lot. You can have it in less than 6 to 8 ounces. Okay, so you can just take, some cabbage, put it in a NutriBullet. You got it. Simple as that. Some of those things will help to reduce the level, but you got to stop the process for why the person is actually receiving this acid backup. It usually starts from watch out for the meats. Okay, no meats. Definitely would pull off all meat. And it doesn't, like I said, this is just to make sure you get back to balance. So no meat. Because every time you digest or try to break down meat, it's going to create what's called an acidic ash in the gut. No meat, especially beef. Beef is the worst. Yep. Beef is the worst. So I would start there. Okay.
Okay.
And that, you know, that cabbage, that raw cabbage is really good. You know, when something never is nothing else left, usually the raw cabbage. Now, let me give you 2 herbs also. Let me give you 2 herbs while we there. We say not to diagnose, treat, kill, prevent these diseases, just food for the soul. That would be marshmallow root. Marshmallow root. Also, slippery elm. Slippery elm. Let's see. If there was one more, senna. SENNA. Okay. Those can be used for, and that also is good for all of the above, dealing with things like diverticulitis, issue with irritable bowel syndrome. Got it? Any colon rectal issues. That's what we would start with. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All I know is there's some bleeding, but it's my brother. He's yet to call me. But
yeah,
call me back. But he's 5-hour drive away in Jacksonville, and
yeah, definitely jump on him about the meat. Okay.
yeah,
because it tends to be a big problem with men. And men, we really have to watch that because it's the meat. Going back to the meat. And whenever we have excess amount of meat, that's going to cause a problem. Also, perfect time to give a little plug here, y'all. This coming Saturday, I will be at, and this is for everybody. As a matter of fact, Big B, I'm going to come on mute to do this little promo here. I'm going to come off of here, go off here. We're going to be with Salem Baptist Church of Abington this week. That's going to be in men's function. Hey, who is that? Somebody. Hey,
that's Lydia.
Deacon, that's my church.
That's your church. That's your church, girl. All right. And I'm going to just let that pop up here so y'all can see it.
But they made it a flyer for it's a men's group that's having it. And when we were at deacon meetings, they announced, they said, women are not allowed. I said, well, I'm going to pick it.
Me too. Me too.
All
they
right.
said
I knew
in
this
the
was
meeting,
coming.
it's a men's group that's having it, and for men's only. And one of the deacons got up and said, it's not any women are not allowed. I said, I am the one. So I sent a guy and I told him, I said, tell Dr. Paul I sent you.
Okay, now you trying to start a fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna come out there with my picket.
All right, we're gonna have the outside picketing. All right, here we go. Salem Baptist Church. Can y'all see this? Can y'all see this?
No, I can't see it, Dr.
You can't see anything?
No.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see what we have. Let's see. Stop sharing. Let's see. What do we have? Share. Let's be Big B. Let's see. Where are we? Where are we? Let me know if you can see this one.
I'm so glad you're coming again. You came to the old location.
There you go. There you go, Dr.
Okay,
see the Black Men's Wellness Group, see?
Yep, there you go. The Black Men's Wellness Group. I've been actually to Salem. This will be my 3rd time there. And of course, that's Pastor Marshall Mitchell and the entire men's, what they call Black Men's Wellness Day. One of the men of the men's program is actually part of our men's program, also at the family that we used to have over at the Eagles as family at the men's gathering. So with that, they invited me over, and we're specifically going to talk about prostate health. We're going to talk about high blood pressure, also diabetes, and all the other issues that men have. Now, we started this. This has been my this is my motif that we've been always a part of because we have a problem with men coming to health. You know, we always got to drag men by their ankles, right, Rev? Pastor Harley there.
Well.
You know, we got to drag the men by their ankles. It's hard to get men to actually come together. So when you can create an environment that's safe, that they feel protected, that they can ask the questions, it's always good to be able to get together. So that's why we're having this. And yes, we're going to have something for the women some point in time. So don't worry.
Some of those men that I was telling them about water, they were always so negative. I said, now they're going to hear it from the horse's mouth. So also, I just want to let you know that it's going to be at our other location, as you see on Eastern Road. It's not going to be at the main church location on Woodland
That's
Avenue.
correct. That's
It's right
correct.
there
That's
at the
correct.
Living Word Church, because we have that, we own that site there.
Yep. So I'm looking forward to it. We're going to have a great setting and just talk. That's what we want to do. It starts with conversation, starts with information, and write that in. Take a snapshot, family, share it with your family, your friends. Anyone have a man in their life that really trying to get them in a better level of health. And it starts early too. So that means young too. We start with the young men. There's a lot of young men that are in their teens. They're 12, 13-year-olds with diabetes. Yep, that's correct.
Yeah.
So we trying to get everyone on the same page. So join us, and that's going to be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. There will be a complimentary breakfast. I don't know what's going to be there, but we gonna see what's going to be there.
All right.
Maybe
Better
you
than
can tell
nothing,
me,
Dr.
Lydia.
P.
I don't know what's going to be there, but we're going
Because
to
one
talk
of the
about.
guys said one time they had one of the wellness things, and he said they had some continental. He said, "What are you serving donuts and things for a continental? It's supposed to be a wellness group." So we'll see. I don't think they're going to do that this time.
Maybe they
I don't
help you
know. I'm
donuts.
not
I
a
don't
part of
know.
that.
We'll see.
They won't let me in.
Yeah.
They won't let me in.
You can't get. You gonna have to look through the window.
But they'll learn about the water and everything else I've been telling them about.
Okay,
All
all right.
right,
So
all
I'm just
right.
gonna co-sign for you. All right, I'm gonna co-sign for you. All right. Okay, let's see. Where are we, Big B?
All right.
Hey,
Now,
Dr.
were you
Paul.
done, Karen?
No, just a follow-up question quickly. With the cabbage juice, juice will come out of cabbage if you blend that up like that?
Absolutely.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
Sure
And that's
will.
what makes it's going to come. And then not only that, but it's going to be a little dense. You could add a little bit of crystal geyser water with it, but I'm going to tell you, your best benefits of it are when you just take it just as it is. See, that just shows you that vegetables have water. They have life
Yeah.
force in them, so they absorb water so that when you blend that down, you may need add a little water, but it's okay. I try to keep it as tight as you can without using it, if you can. Okay.
Okay,
What about
we'll
the
do.
purple
Thank you.
cabbage?
Yep.
Say it again.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Same
Purple
thing.
cabbage in it. Yep. See
Even
the
better.
high. Yep.
If
Even
you can
better.
find
It has a sweeter taste to it because you have
Yes.
the anthocyanins, which is good for things like anything that's purple or red is going to be good for your eyes. That's for
Right. Uh-huh.
dealing with macular issues, any issues with things with skin. That's what the anthocyanins do. So that's why the red onion is always the best of all the red. So anything purple or red, that's the highest in that category. Okay, so keep that in mind.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Good
All right.
stuff.
All right,
Good
John
stuff.
Karen.
Good
All right.
stuff.
LP, and then we got a question on the side. LP, you go, buddy.
Hello, how's
Hey,
everybody?
man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. All right.
All right, Doc. So I got like a threefer here. Two
Uh-oh,
of these
look out.
things.
Reefer.
Yeah, three for
Yeah, two of these things
Reefer.
deal with getting my blood pressure together, and the other one's just but it's three things. One, rise mushroom coffee. What's your take on that?
Rise. I believe there's one. If it's Rise, and there's another one.
RYZE.
Yeah, I know. I know exactly one. Yep.
A lot of them lately.
Yep. There's one of them that has, and then there's two brands out there that are very popular. Now, one of them just has nothing but the mushroom, which is good. It's vegan, it's paleo, it's keto, it's all that. It's all the dairy free and everything. And that's without probiotics. That's the one. I believe that's the one. And it looks like that.
Rise.
I think that's Rise. Yep. The Rise is good. Yep. Definitely Rise is one that I recommend. But the other one, there's another one that I saw that was very popular on Instagram and a lot of the main social media streams. And I looked at it, and guess what? It had what? Yeah, probiotics. Don't do it.
Probiotics.
Don't
Okay.
do it. See, you
Gotcha.
got to remember, I just pulled up Rise right here. Check this out. You got cordyceps. You got lion's mane. You got reishi. You got turkey tail. You got the shiitake. You got the king trumpet. What? Those are all your prebiotics. What are you doing? We are the converters. Got it? So it makes no sense to put a probiotic when you already have a prebiotic. It's only going to dumb it down. You just weakened your formula. So cordyceps, of course, is good for men. That's stamina with men. Lion's mane is your focus. That's your brain. Got it? Stress. Reishi is stress. That helps you relax. Turkey tail is for gut health. That's what we were just talking about, Karen.
Right.
So turkey tail would be the mushroom for the gut. Shiitake is, of course, the builder. That's the immune system. And then the king trumpet is for inflammation. That's for bones, joints, ligaments, connective tissue. So it's a win-win-win all the way around. Long as you keep it simple. Don't mess it up. And I see so many people, they just mess it up.
No, I just take that just like it is.
Yep, take it just like it is. And that should help you. That should help you tremendously.
The next thing is, I think it's DPI beet powder juice, I guess. Yes.
Okay, DPI, what?
Beet powder juice. Beet juice.
Beet powder juice.
Okay, beet powder juice.
Right,
it's actually called Nature's Beet. NPB, my bad. And NPB. And like nice PB, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Any type of beet, remember what you're looking for. This is like for everybody. This is a good one for everybody. What are you looking for? When you're looking for any product or brand, what are you looking for?
You don't want it processed or nothing.
You got nothing processed, right? Nothing refined. You want to see if it's organic beets that they claim. What's their claim to fame? Got it? What's your claim to fame? You got to read their claim to fame, because some people, they're proud of their claim to fame and they get wrong as two left shoes.
All right.
Their claim to fame is what they live on. That's what they believe. That's their philosophy.
Right.
So you just get to that. So make sure it's unrefined, no processes. For example, like when we talked about the brewer's yeast, well, they grow it on beets. They grow it on beets. So that means they even tell you, they say we grow it on all natural beets, no nonsense and no fertilizers, nothing that's been modified from the seed soil, something like nothing of that. And they grow it in organic soil. So that's what you want to look for. Those are key words.
Fantastic.
Non-GMO, filtered. There's sometimes you'll see something that says filter free. I'm just looking at some of the names and things that they're out there. There's a lot of them, but remember what beets do. That turns on the nitric oxide.
Nitric oxide, right.
Woo! That dilates, get it going.
Yeah.
That opens up. That deals specifically with people that have issues with congestive heart failure. Got it? That's what it's for. That's what it's for. People who have issues with heart.
I don't have that, but it will help lower my blood pressure, right?
Let me tell you this, bro. We all got it. So I would say yes, you get, because we are on defense right now.
Gotcha.
That means that there's so much contaminants in our food. We have to play the defense now. So I would say beets is for everybody. I put beet powder in my green drink. It's already in my green drink.
All right.
But I would say definitely keep that in mind. Okay.
All right. And last but not least, Spartan bee pollen cakes. These little
bee pollen cakes.
Yeah, or
you say
whatever.
Cakes?
Yeah, cakes.
They're little like they look like the things, the Tide Pods you put in the
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
But they're bee pollen.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, well, I have nothing to say about bee pollen other than the same thing. Bee pollen is very good. Matter of fact, that's one of the things that we use for allergies also. So I recommend the bee pollen whenever we have some situations. What traditionally was used for allergies also in adults. I would watch it for children, but for adults, we use bee pollen granules. Got it? The granules. Yeah. So they're good. So I can imagine what the cakes look like.
I think this is similar. It's really jam-packed and it's pretty natural. I don't see any additive.
Yeah, because you got to remember, the bees going out to all the floral. Got it?
Right.
Comes back to the hive. And when he squeezes in the little octagon, he got all that nectar on his body. It's
Yeah,
almost
man.
like it sort of rinses him down.
Yeah.
And
That's
then that
right.
stuff sticks to the cone and it dries and gets real hard. And that's when they
Right.
scrape it down. That's bee pollen. That's bee pollen
Yep.
right there. Granules.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good stuff.
All right.
Good
Thank you
stuff, my
very
brother.
much.
All right.
man. Peace.
Always a pleasure, my brother. All right.
You too.
Bee pollen cakes, y'all. Gotta
All
get
right.
some bee pollen cakes for Sunday
All
morning.
right. All right. One
Bee
of the questions.
pollen cakes.
One of the questions before we go to summer, Dr. Paul. Over the weekend, I ended up in the ER, and then I was hospitalized for 3 days. My sugar was low. Which was at 40. I said, I'm not diabetic. They don't know why the cause, but the doctor said it's possibly, listen now, the dandelion root capsules and MSM. I don't agree. Do you think these two supplements can cause low sugar?
No, I don't think so. Anything, usually when you're doing with that, you got to get an assessment to find out. You don't want to speculate with that. And because you got to take in consideration what the person was eating, what they were exposed to. I would say you never want to speculate whenever somebody goes through a reaction or something like that. You always want to find out. Now, give me my educated guess. I would say definitely you got to watch whenever when you're eating certain foods and not eating certain foods if you get so low on your nutritional level. So I would say that usually the herbs are the food. Those are the nutrients. So I would say not to lean on that. I would lean on more so of something. Could have been something they had. So it could have been could be dehydration. There's a lot of factors that can cause low sugar. There's a lot of factors. Yep. Low factors. And of course, concentration usually is the biggest culprit. I'm gonna tell you, because the pancreas just cannot deal with anything without processing, whether high or low sugar. I have to have proper amount of water. So you got to be really on point with that. So I would say that person needs an assessment. Come on in.
Okay. All right. Summer, you there?
I'm here. Hi,
All
Dr.
right.
Paul. Hi, Big Bill.
Hey,
How are you?
What's up, Summer?
Well, I have a question. So I was at work, and I've been talking about Crystal Geyser, and a couple of people are now drinking Crystal Geyser, and I get a text about this gentleman on Facebook that's talking about don't drink Crystal Geyser because they added sodium to it. I know.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that they're saying about it. When they're pulling it, all you have to do is go to the website. That's the claim to fame. Remember, they're trying to pull this Crystal Geyser off y'all plate. I'm trying to tell y'all, they're trying to pull this thing out because you can't. You're dealing with God's water. Got it? That's what it is. But remember, everything is corruptible when you got man attached to it. Okay. So only thing I can say to you, okay, we got to we got to get away from this and stop supporting people that are trying to start the stuff, starting stuff. They just start stuff.
Yeah.
And because your main thing is, I need to get well. I don't need controversy. I don't need want to know. I just want to get well. So the key is always spring water, bottle at the source. Whenever in doubt, you always test yourself. That's how you know specifically. So I would beg the difference. I have, whether I saw, what I saw somebody doing one time on there, they got busted. They were actually messing with the Crystal Geyser, trying to test it and then try to dumb it down versus their water. And then when they were testing it with, the pH strips. And they said, see, that's why that water's no good. And everyone knows you don't test water with the strips. You taste it with the drops, the hydrogen drops. So I would just say, be very careful. I'm going to tell you that Crystal Geyser is a hard one to beat. Matter of fact, I got some new information for y'all. I got some new information while we're talking about water. I'm glad you brought that up.
Well.
All right. I'm glad you brought that up. Marcy, you should be in. I don't know why you got dropped out, but there's nobody popping in here, Marcy.
I'm back in there.
Okay.
She's down the bottom.
Okay, I got you. Okay. I'm glad you texted again. All right. All right. I got a picture of something I want to show y'all. And this, Big B,
Yeah, buddy.
I got another water for us. I got another one. Yes,
Look
sir.
out now.
Y'all know I participated in the Eco Fest, and I want to thank
Right.
everybody that came
Over the
out
past weekend.
to the Eco Fest. Yep, everyone that came out to the Eco Fest, because we had a great day. We had a great day, and with that, we shared, and I ran into the Black farmers. Yeah, ran into the Black farmers, and the Black farmers, Pastor Thomas, and that was through Mama Gail, and I want to show y'all. I did a test on his water. He said, you got to test my water. I'm still checking it out. So I tested the water the other day, and I want to show y'all the findings, all right? Because y'all remember what the color, you know what the color is supposed to be, right? When you use the hydrogen drops. Where are my hydrogen drops? Where are my hydrogen drops? I don't have my hydrogen drops around here. No hydrogen drops right now. But the hydrogen drops, when you place it in the water, it's checking just for energy, right? Y'all remember that, right? So when it checks for the energy, what color am I looking for? I'm looking for at least a dark green. Got it? It's got to be a dark green, not a light green, a dark green. Got it? So when it gets dark green and it gets a little better, it gets aqua. And then when it gets aqua, it gets a little better, it gets blue. And then when it gets blue, it gets even better, it's purple. Got it? So that's your colors. Y'all got that? Y'all got that? Say yeah.
Okay.
Say yeah. You got it. Say you got it. All right.
Green, blue, purple.
Yes. Yeah. Green, aqua. Remember?
Aqua.
Green, aqua, right? Blue and purple. Got it? And then when it's going down the scale, when it's bad, it goes from dark green to light green to like a orangish color to a gold color, and if it gets red, it's really bad. It's really bad, and that happens all the time. So I'm going to show you when I did the water. This is just to show the family. I got this water from Pastor Thomas. It's called the Black Farmers water. It's called alkaline water, and I'll reach it and I'll grab it in a second, and I'm gonna read the claim to fame. And they say it's an 8.8.0 water, 8.0 to 8.5. Okay, so I tested it. Here it is. Here it is. Let me get Big B. Let me know if you can see it. All right. All right, everybody there? All right. Didn't lose nobody, right? All right.
Nope.
So here is the water compared to Crystal Geyser.
Got
it? Ain't that something? So this water is coming from down in I think it's the Carolinas. I got to get the whole deal on it, but I did test it, and that's what you see right there. Now you notice that here. Notice that here. This one's a little bluer than the Crystal Geyser. So I actually let it sit. So the real test is this is when I first did it, and then I let it sit for a little while. And then after it sat for a little while, now with oxygen now being present in water in the atmosphere, this one turned dark just like that. They both turned around the same color. So that's the color you're looking for right there. See right there? See the aqua, the Crystal Geyser, still good. They actually both came out to be the same color. You got it? Matter of fact, let me see if I did the other color. Let me see. I came back, they actually turned the same color. So I'm going to check out the Black Farmers. I will get back to you all and let you know what that is. Let me see if I can grab a bottle real quick. So I'm going to give y'all the website to go to. Give me a second, Big B. I'm going to come off of here. And I'm going to grab that real quick. And grab me another question, and I'll come back, okay?
Okay.
But that's another water. So Black Farmers water. Yep, you scored well. Scored well. Scored well.
Yeah, Big Wade wanted to know what's the recommended herb for someone that stands a lot.
Yeah, be right back. Okay, let me grab it real quick. I'm gonna grab this real quick. Okay.
Okay. So kind of be keeping this in mind. What is the best herb for someone that stands a lot? Okay. Want to make sure that's exactly what you're asking, Wade. That's exactly what you're asking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big B.
Okay. Now, what's happening? What's actually going on, Wade? We'll get some kind of an idea.
Well, it's anybody that stands a lot, and sometimes anything, I guess, dealing with maybe varicose veins, possibly, or we're just standing. Because sometimes if a person stands a lot, they could experience problems by standing. So, yeah, basically dealing with standing.
Okay. What about your shoes?
On their feet.
Yeah, what about the shoes on their feet? You know, they've got this thing going on now with the feet store. You know, have you been seeing some of the commercials they have for the feet
Yeah, I've
store?
seen it.
And so we want to make sure that they were okay and all of the alignment is correct and everything, and that your body's in good shape before you start going out doing crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, when he comes back, we'll find out. And by the way, guys, I want you to know that Wade busted Dr. P on Sunday. Out of the Eco Fest. He wasn't quite sure as to where it was, so I sent him the information. He jumped out there and called him. He and Yamron out there doing their due at the Eco Fest. It was great to see the guys doing what they do. All right. Now,
with respect to the standing and the feet, I just had an evaluation with a couple months ago with my foot surgeon and my orthopedic surgeon about something that was going on in my foot and my leg. And what they found out was I naturally have flat feet. And my mother put me in orthopedic shoes most of my growing up life. And I just didn't wear them. They didn't work. I kept a flat foot. So they said as I've aged, that flattening has starting to bow a little bit and it's pulling on the tendons, which is also going up my leg. And I was also having a minor issue with my SI joint. So my chiropractor recommended I go to Fleet Feet. Shouldn't listen to him because I ended up paying $173 for a pair of sneakers that worked, but my orthopedist recommended Super Feet insoles, inserts. Because if you go to a foot surgeon or some places like that to get custom, it'll cost you $300-400. But these Super Feet, you can go because they have a website at superfeet.com. They come in a low arch, a medium arch, and a high arch. It depends on how your foot is. So as a flat foot, clearly I don't want to go to medium or high arch. So I got the low profile, and it has taken the pain away that was in my leg from my arch, and it has also readjusted my SI joint.
Okay.
So that
Corinne, can you put that information in the chat?
If the bottom of the pyramid is out of whack, everything else above it is going to be out of whack.
Yeah,
so
I know that's right.
I would go to superfeet.com and look at the inserts that they have and purchase, because the inserts are only like $53 a pair, as opposed to $173 for a pair of Brooks.
Yeah. Okay. 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 All right. Well, do us a favor. Put that in the chat. I hear you, Apostle. Go ahead.
I was at my podiatrist today, and he was telling me you really got to be careful with those inserts. He said because well over half of them don't do what they said they're going to do. So that's real good that you said that, because last week Dr. Paul did a whole piece on all your endings that are in your feet. Did a whole piece on that. And that is good information, because I was just at the podiatrist today, get my feet looked at because I'm diabetic. And we started talking about these insoles. And he said, I just wish that people would just come to us. It's good that you went to an orthopedic surgeon because they would know.
Right.
Yeah. A lot of these folks that are promoting insoles, it's just for comfort. It really don't do much.
Right. And another reason that foot surgeons recommend you come and see them, because they fit you for them, but that's great money for them. But I figured at $53, I now have 3 pair of Super Feet insoles. I have a pair for my wide athletic shoes. I have a pair for my more casual athletic shoes, and for my regular casual shoes. And they're working great for me. So I figured the $53 was worth it. Yeah. If I'd have done that before I bought the Brooks, I wouldn't have bought the Brooks.
Right.
You know, I get the Bionics, which has the soles built in, whether they're sneakers, regular shoes, because it aligns your legs, your knees, and your hips. And it shows. So most of the other sneakers I have, everything with Bionics, even for the sandals. It will show you, and they will show you that when you put them on, it aligns. Just what you said. Everything from the bottom goes up, and it aligns those hips, and you don't have those problems anymore.
And you don't, it doesn't cost you a buttload of money. So if it doesn't work for you, you haven't made a huge investment.
Right.
Can I ask you a question? Is there any kind of a cultural issue with with people of color and flat feet. Someone asked me that, and I told myself I'm not quite sure about that, but I'm
No.
not sure. I don't think so.
No.
Flat feet are
This
just
is
flat feet.
flat feet, flat feet. Now, let me
Yep.
just get, let me add to this. Let me add to this.
Sure, go ahead.
Now, it's very important, and this is because when we look at the body and how you walk, everyone has a specific walk. And with that, a lot of times people don't realize that your hip is out of alignment or
buddy.
your knee is out of alignment. There's a lot of things that contribute to the way you walk. You ever seen anybody
Right.
walk?
Yeah,
Everybody got their
buddy.
certain kind of walk. Some people wobble, some people
Well,
skip, some people on the toes. Everybody has a different way. Well, that takes an impact on your frame. So when you're doing that, especially it takes a heavy thing on your feet. It takes a toll on your feet after a while. Now, I'm going to tell you, Dr. Lenny has a scan. Y'all
yeah,
know
it
about the
does.
scan?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
he has
does.
a foot
Yes,
scan.
yes,
I've got it.
And the foot scan is probably the first thing you want to start with
Yes.
in doing an analysis of what are you doing, what side are you placing most of your weight on, and it, you know, from that we can tell you if your hip is out of alignment and all those things. You want to start with the foot scan first, and then they can specifically make the insoles for you, you know, based on you. They're custom made. So I'm going to tell you, I got a pair, I got 2 or 3 pair myself. And let me tell you, it makes a world of difference. You don't realize how flat after a while you're walking and your feet are getting. So it will
Yep.
raise the arch and it will give you the balance that you need. And I'm telling you, I can even tell you from the standpoint of my wife, she has them. My son Jaron has them. Everybody says they're awesome. So I would start off with first a foot scan and then find out what works for you. All right. Because that really makes a difference. Now, I want to add to that. Here's the water, y'all. Can y'all see the water? Do you see it?
Yeah,
That's the water. It's called Black Farmers Water. And Pastor Thomas is actually one that, his name is Pastor Thomas. And I met him at the EcoFest. And we're going to be collaborating on some good stuff, y'all. I hope to be bringing you one day to say, hey, y'all, we got a black farm we can go to. All right. That's what I hope.
Nah, that's what's up.
Saying very soon, I'm going to put it out in the universe. And I want to say that definitely that's something we're going to look forward. But this water was tested. Now, I want to give you the website. Here's the website. It's www.blackfarmers.org. All right. .org. Prophetess, I know she probably already got it in there. Probably before I finish speaking it. She got it in.
Dr. Paul, I'm from North Carolina, so I know of that water. They say some of the best water, but the deal is, how do you get it in retail up this way?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about right now. That's what we're going to be talking about real soon. It is already up here, and I'm going to talk to them about possibly how we can expand the territory to even get it even a better. Because our main thing was to test it. So that's what I wanted to bring to the family and let them know that there is another water. If you start seeing it out, places like West Philly, you'll see this water. I want to tell you that it's coming. So Black Farmers has a good water. This is a good one. Now, this is not this is not to be confused with the other one, which is the live water. That was a different one. The live water was a different one. That was a different family. And the live is actually in, that's from North Carolina also. And that's in the Walmarts down there. So this one is a little different. I want to show you the website so you can go for yourself and take a look at it. All right. Let me show it to you.
Again, Dr. Paul. Black Farmers.
Yes, www.blackfarmers.org.
Yeah, I put it in case.
Okay.
Okay. And someone's put in the chat box that it's also available at Big Lots.
Right. Okay.
So they're starting to increase. Can you see it? Can y'all see it? What do you see? Anything?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. This is the website right here. Got it? National Black Farmers Association. And these are the farmers getting together. Here are, if you want to be a part of it, you can actually register, be a part of it. I'm sure they have some videos here, give you some information on how, and they're promoting, of course, farming. The farmers that, the conversation never fails. When I talk to the farmers, they always say the same thing to me. They say, Doc, we got all the land. We got all the land.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
We just don't have the workers. You know, we don't have
Yeah.
workers. Nobody wants to work the field. So here is assistance right here. You can find all the information you need. Go there. I would say look at the articles. There's a lot of stuff there. As you can see, there's, there's Ben Crump right there. Attorney Ben Crump was actually down there. So all of these things are very critical for us, especially in the times when what happens when, the supermarket closes. Are you prepared? You got it? So here are things that we want to look for. I would say, go through the website, and as you can see, it's got a lot of great information on here.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm just getting into this. I wanted to share it with the family. So look into it and stay tuned. All right.
You know what's interesting about that, Dr. Especially after looking at King Corn again last night. Okay, the fact that other farmers are being paid to not bring stuff to market, so therefore they don't, they don't even need workers. We have to do a reverse osmosis on this whole thing and get folk in the marketplace so that for us to recognize how important Black farmers are.
Yes, that's right. That's right. And the fact that we need to get those, because the first thing and the greatest, profession is agriculture, because people had to eat first.
Yes, yes.
People had to eat first.
Yeah.
Well, that's Dr. Paul. When people were released from slavery, that's the first main business they were in.
Yeah.
That's why they did. That's why they did a sharecropping.
Right.
And, I'm originally from North Carolina, and we still we're 4 generations deep with one of the main farms in our family. We still farm that. In a little town called Barn Lee, which sits outside of Sala City, which is about 40 miles from Raleigh-Durham. It's west of that. And we got 175-year history down there. We got gravestones and everything, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I've done revival in the home church down there at least 3 times.
But see, Apostle, so many of us don't know that. You understand what I'm saying? Especially our youth. Our youth don't know that. And I think that's going to be a key situation going forward. And reaching it through social media.
Well, slaves couldn't afford no daggone headstone. You know that.
So true.
Let me say this to you. The keepers of the history for Black people are the Methodists.
Yes, I agree with that.
Amy Zion, they are historians, and they keep the history like no other organization I've ever seen. And because even though a lot of them migrated up north, a lot of them couldn't get up here. So what they did, Amy Zion started in New York with Bishop Varick, and what's the name? They said, you know what? A lot of our people are still down there, sharecropping and whatnot. So they started AME Zion churches. So you'll see them all over the Carolinas. So heavy. And my 2 grandmothers grew up in the same church together.
Wow.
175-year history. We still got that farm in our family. And the original graveyard, the stones were so old you couldn't half read them. So what they did,
buddy, I know exactly what you're talking about.
They archived them, and then they turned around and put new stones in so everybody can see the ancestors. Very important.
Yeah, very important. Okay, thank you, Rev. Appreciate you. All right, let's go to who do we have up top?
Up in the corner, we got Patricia.
YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Question on YouTube.
Oh, you know what? Let me, because I did.
That's all right. That's Nitha. Go ahead, Patricia.
That's Nitha. Yeah.
Good evening, family. Dr. Paul, I wanted to ask you about a supplement called Renogen DTX.
Okay, that sounds like a brand. Okay, are you reading? What's the claim?
No, the brand.
What is it?
The brand is Metagenics.
Okay, read it again. What is it?
DTX.
Renogen DTX.
Okay. Renogen DTX.
Renogen.
DTX.
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 Oh, BTX. Okay.
You said B as in boy or D?
D as in David.
DTX. Renogen DTX.
Yeah.
So what is your question about it, and why are you bringing it to the table?
It's supposed to be kidney support.
Okay, so what's in it? That's the key.
Okay.
Remember, claim to fame. You always have to be the claim to fame. What is their claim to fame? Look at the ingredients. Okay. All right. I think I have it right here. I think I have it here. I'm looking at it here. Okay, I'm looking at
Yeah.
B6.
Okay.
I'm looking at folate. I'm looking at B12. I'm looking at cordyceps. I'm looking at acetylcysteine. Looking at Chinese saliva root. Yes, it's a formula. It's nothing here. Ingredients: chlorophyll, microcrystalline cellulose, magnesium stearate. I mean, it's a formula just like anything else. It's the main thing you want to do. Remember, this is for everybody across the board. Remember, the key is number one is no process involved. But when you see complexes like this, you have to start to ask yourself, is that what I need? You got it?
Right.
Not every complex is for everybody. That's it.
Right.
See, they're going to sell you multiple complexes. And I tell people to stay away from complexes. I have the understanding that these herbs have been around a billion years and they don't need no help. They don't need no help. But you just got to get one and you got to work with it. That's it. If you get one and just work with that one, you should be fine. Okay?
Okay, well, my primary doctor had recommended it. That's why I got it. But
and then these are things that help with, of course, it's B6, B12. It is the methylcobalamin, so that is a good thing. Okay. It's at a low dosage, but I mean, it is what it is. It's a complex. So the combination is number one, do you have a B complex, issue? Do you have a B6 or you have a acetylcysteine that's going to be dealing with things like antioxidants and things like that, cordyceps? You have to ask yourself, is that something that you want to introduce? And that's why I always say, make sure you get an assessment before you do anything. Because brands and products are going to be out there that do a lot of stuff. Got it? That's why I try to keep it as natural as possible. That's why we do the green drink, because we know the green drink is from a plant and the plant is alive, so we know that they're in balance.
Yeah, well, I do the green drink too.
Yeah. So keep that in mind, okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right, Patricia.
Thank you.
Darling Cynthia, you're there. I know you're there.
Claim to fame, Big B. You got to see the claim to fame. What is your claim to fame?
What is your claim to fame, right?
Always waiting for Dolly and Cynthia.
She's right there. Go ahead.
You said it was, wasn't there a question on Facebook or YouTube?
YouTube. Prophetess?
Prophetess, you had a question on YouTube?
Yes,
Okay.
I did. Dr. Paul, I've read and heard the great benefits of eating mushrooms. I love eating them, but I'm allergic to mushrooms. What can I eat instead of mushrooms and receive the same benefits?
Don't eat mushrooms if you're allergic to them.
I know that's right.
Well, are you? That's a loaded question. I got a million questions after that one. Are you looking for what are you looking for? What are you trying to get? What is your goal? You like mushrooms, but you can't have them because you're allergic to them, or it causes. My question first would be, what do you consider an allergic reaction? That's my first question. That was what, because that's very important. What is considered a allergic reaction? Maybe she can respond or he can respond.
Right.
Yeah. Let that one resonate a little bit, and maybe they can respond to that. Because a lot of people say it's an allergic reaction, but it's not an allergic reaction. It's a detox reaction. Got it? It's just not comfortable. It's not comfortable, so that's the first question. And then after that, come on back if they responded, okay?
Okay, got it.
All right. Let's see. What's next?
Okay, Cynthia, Dolly, and Cynthia, they were getting ready to come up, and you went back to Prophet. Cynthia, Dolly, I know you're there. Stop hiding in the corner in the dark. All right, then we'll go. Hey, there we go.
I'm muted.
Claim to fame. Dolly and Cynthia, what's your claim to fame today?
Hey, Doc, and
what's your claim to fame today?
I asked you about arthritis.
Arthur, here come Arthur. Arthritis.
All right, doctor said it can't be cured.
Well, that's his philosophy.
Yeah.
That's not our philosophy. You know, that's their philosophy because they're going to roll you right on down to, you know, hip replacement, knee replacements,
Man,
all
ain't that
that
the
stuff.
truth?
We regenerate on our side. We say that there is correction with that. You have to start to feed the body, first of all, what it needs to rebuild, you know, and that means also stay off the certain foods. So you know my first question to you is going to be, right? You know my first question, right?
Like the water and
No,
sugar.
no. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
Sugar.
What is the first question?
Sugar.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but he's
What's my first question gonna be?
processed food. Processed.
Mm-mm.
Clean the blood.
What do you like to eat?
Concentration.
Now you need to stop teasing. All right. What's the first question, Dr. Payne?
What's your pH? That's
Well,
it. What is your pH? Right? Because y'all know by now how to take it. I know. So what's your pH? That's it. What's
We
your
haven't
pH?
taken it for a while. That's
Clean the blood. You'll have pH.
There you go. There you go. You got to focus on that pH. That's your arthritis radar right there. It's your pH. That's right. That's your arthritis radar. Remember, when your body goes into that state of acid, it has no other options. I have no other options than to go to your bones, your joints, your ligaments. I'm gonna pull it because you're not giving it to me. I got to take it from you.
I'll get it anywhere I can.
I can get it anywhere I can. So I'm going to go after those areas. Then people say, oh, my hip is bothering me. Ooh, with my hip, my knees, my joints.
Yeah. It's mostly in my side, in my lower back. And it's sore. It stays all the time.
Let me tell you something that I noticed that has been causing a lot of inflammation. There's a lot of that nuts, believe it or not. How about nuts? Any nuts?
Not very much of nuts.
Okay, peanut butter?
Very little.
Okay, what's very little?
Sometimes I may put a little bit on graham cracker, but not much of
Okay. Okay. And then when you're doing this, you're not doing it you're doing this every day, once in a while.
Well, that's once in a while, but my my side it hurts about all the time.
Right. So here's where I would say, remember, and I stress this so important that I pray that you all get this. I really do. Because I hear the questions over and over about I'm aching, I got pain here, I got pain there. Remember, the only reason that pain is going to go after you is because it has no other option. And that's why it's going after you. So you got to look at the pH. If you look at the pH, you're going to see it. You got to raise that pH above what? What's the pH above supposed to be, right? Remember what the numbers are, right? What should your pH be?
Between 6.5,
7.5.
6.5 to 7.5.
Right. There you go. 6.5 to 7.5. You got to raise that pH. That's your arthritis radar. I'm about to change the name, Big B. That's the arthritis radar.
AR.
You start to do this, and I can only tell you by experience. Got it? Because I do it every day. And I'm going to tell you, 99.999999 times, it's going to be a state of acid. Something is pulling you down. Got it? So when you start to do all the things, you say, well, I'm doing my green drink. But guess what? You might be doing one thing that's pulling you down. And the body says, I still don't have enough. So the only way you can
walk.
Yep. The only way you can test. So, Dolly, I want you and Cynthia to start taking your pH. All right. I want you to start doing it. Start doing it because it's the only way you know. Got it? So it's the only way you can also figure out. It comes like it's like a little mystery, like a Perry Mason, Big B. You got to figure out what's going on. What something is making me acidic. And you got to figure out what it is. It could be them crackers you eat.
Yeah, well,
I don't.
They're probably bioengineered.
Every day, Doc.
It can happen. See, remember now, it's not just what you eat. It's what you're not getting enough of also. Got it?
Uh-huh.
So you can be in a state of malnutrition also because you're not getting enough. So it's see the balance. What I'm talking about is it's a balance of these things that are going on. So
how
just
much should you take the pH?
you can
balance?
take it as often as you need to. There's no rules to this. You know, when you need to know, do it right now. As soon as we get off, do it right now. Do it right
That
now.
the nuts are causing the inflammation, even the raw nuts.
I'm going to tell you that I believe that you got to be careful. You got to be careful with just a lot of what they're doing. They don't have the ability to tell us everything that's going on. So sometimes you just got to shut it down. Just go blank for a little bit. You know, if you got arthritis, you got to shut down everything for a while. Try to do just steaming. You know what steaming does? You can steam. Get a steamer. You know, people say, well, I don't know what to cook anymore. Then steam. That's a perfect way we got to get back to. I don't see steamers no more. You know, I used to see steamers.
Yep, they don't sell them anymore.
Steamers all the time. I don't see steamers anymore. Steamers are excellent, you know, because that means you're not going to lose the vital nutrients of the food. So if you're buying something from Whole Foods and you blast fry or you stir fry, you're probably losing a lot. So I would try to do those things, but the only way to know is to test your pH. Got it? So Dolly and Cynthia, that's your homework assignment. All right.
Yes, thank you. Okay,
You
thank
done
you so
got on
much.
and asked. You didn't got on the call. Now you got homework.
I'd like to add, Dr. Paul.
Yes.
But
I'd like to add, Dr. Paul, just quickly, because what I started doing is I started drinking comfrey tea every afternoon, every day. I said, I just started doing it. Comfrey tea. Well, I order it. Amazon, everybody.
Amazon is everything.
Comfrey tea. And I'll tell you what else I'm going to do because you have mentioned it. Now I have the comfrey ointment that I rub on because I have some arthritis, a little bit, get pain and joint.
Michael.
But
I haven't gotten the thing from Khalif yet.
I'm going to order the comfrey oil so I can rub it underneath my arms. See if it's going to take away the flab.
Yeah, so there you go.
They do have that. I researched it. Oh, they do have comfrey oil.
Yes, they do. They got comfrey in so many forms now. But this is the thing. That's excellent. And I would say, Dolly and Cynthia, that's exactly what you need. Things like comfrey. But it means that I still haven't figured out why am I still acidic. I got to stop the root of the problem. The root of the problem is somewhere based on what you're eating. And it could be very, very minuscule. It could be something that you're not even thinking about. I see it all the time. That's why when people come through with their assessments, I'll sit there and we'll walk through the whole thing. Sometimes it don't come out to the very end. I remember somebody was coming through and they said, nope, don't do this. Nope, don't do that. I said, what about fermentation? Nope, don't mess with none of that. Nope, nope, nope. And I went through the whole thing, right? And then when we got down to, all right, what fruits and vegetables you do? Yep, I go to the right place. I get all organic. I said, well, how do you wash them? Oh, I wash them with vinegar.
Okay.
No, got it? So it can be something very, very small that's throwing you off. So the only way to tell is to test yourself. So you have the power. That's your power. That's your power that nobody can tell what's going on but you. So test your pH.
But you know what, Doc? I think it's not enough alkaline in a diet. Enough.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it.
I think that's it. I tell mom. She likes all the acid foods, but I said alkaline.
That's exactly my point.
That's what it is. I think it's
stop eating those bioengineered crackers.
Yeah, you gotta watch everything. Watch the bioengineered. That stuff is already dead. It's destroyed. You got it? So yeah, it's absolutely. There's the lack of presence of alkaline. That's exactly what's going on. You're absolutely correct. So that means what do you have to do? You got to figure out what is pulling it down. You know, green drinks will set your body straight. It will raise that pH. You know, we talked about the coral calcium. We talked about the zeolite. We talked about all of these things that are alkalizers, chlorella. you know, things that are the sea moss, all of these things, land and sea, all work to raise the alkalinity. But then if I go back and I add some crackers and peanut butter, here we go, going back. I'm going back down the hill again.
But you know what, Doc? I said to Khalil, I know him. I ordered the green drinks from him. He said, Cynthia, is that you? But the thing is, the green drink, but see, you know, doctor, when we was in, about the green, she only can have so much because with the blood clots, she can't have all these greens.
No,
vitamin K.
Listen.
Now, this is
That's what
important.
she
Now,
said.
this is important. Remember, this is important. As long as you're taking that pharmaceutical drug, you can't have the vitamin K. You got it? That's the key. Got it? That's the key. They'll even tell you if you're taking a warfarin or any kind of blood cleanse, any kind of blood thinner, they're going to tell you you can't have anything vitamin K. Got it? Matter of fact, they got a whole list they give you. Matter of fact, it looked like one of my lists. Matter of fact, everything on there looked like they've been looking at my list. What's they doing over there? So everything on there is, and they say no vitamin K and stay out the sunshine. Come on, y'all. Come on. That's all I got to say. Come on. Long as you're taking that, you can't do this. Got it? That's as long. You got to be very specific about that. Not saying that you have to get off it, but you have to do your proper transition and understanding that you need vitamin K. That's a necessity for your body. These are things that your body needs. That's why the good Lord gave us everything around us green. Right? Everything around us is green. And that's the magnesium, that's the potassium, you know, that's the calcium. All of this stuff is alkalizers to keep the body well. But if we're not getting it and we're putting pharmaceutical drugs in this, how can we possibly be getting well? You can't do it. It just won't work. The body says, I only live for life. That's all I do. I'm about energy. So keep that in mind. Test your pH, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much, Doc.
All right, you got homework now. I want you to report next week.
Like I ain't got nothing else to do.
All right.
Dr. Paul, can you elaborate a little bit more on that? You said something about raw nuts.
Yeah, you got to be careful, y'all. I mean, it's like if every week I'm getting something else that it's causing a lot of, you know, the only way you can really test this is only to know this is to track your food. I'm going to have to get into tracking food. And I want you to basically start to track everything you're eating. And then comments on after you've eaten this food, what kind of reaction you're having. We're seeing a lot of reactions to food. So when you eat a food, got it? Here's a way of knowing. When you eat a food, whether it's nuts, whether it's anything, and you're thinking that this may be a problem, test your pulse right after you eat it. Usually within 30 to 60 seconds, if you start to see a trigger in your pulse, they're saying that's probably having an allergic reaction to it. It could be bioengineered, could be something chemical, could be the refined salts, refined sugars, something. So you have to start to measure yourself. That's why we start to go back to only way you're going to know is to start to test yourself. You can start doing these things. pH is the perfect way.
Where can we buy the pH strips? I went to the pharmacy today, they didn't have it.
Nope, never said they were at a pharmacy. Never said they was at a pharmacy. They're never at a pharmacy. You can only get them at an herbal store, and that's pretty much it. Or you get them online. You will never find them at a pharmacy.
Amazon.
Amazon.
We are not going to put out the brick and mortar stores, y'all. Come on now, let's go back to the store and get that exercise.
But only you can use the brick and mortar if they have it.
Yeah. So here, see, the whole point is I can't put it in the pharmacy because you might mess up and get well.
Yeah.
So you might find out.
Is that the truth?
You might mess up and get well. So don't you think that's so important? You see how important this really is. And that's why I keep saying it over and over again. because I see it every day. When somebody's in a pain, absolutely, they got some issues with pH. It's a pH problem. 99.9999999% of the time, it's a pH problem. So just keep that in mind, family. So the nuts, just test yourself, after that. See if your pulse rises or your blood pressure rises right after that. You can test yourself, okay? All right. Let's see what else we have.
Okay, we got Jay and Clorinda, and we're at 51.
Back to YouTube.
Okay.
Oh, that's right, the YouTube. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What was the YouTube? Yes.
The lady's reaction is difficulty breathing and rashes.
Okay, what was the question?
I'm sorry. She likes the mushrooms, but she's allergic. What can she take that gives her the same benefits?
Okay, and she says it gives her breathing and rashes.
Breathing and rashes.
Breathing, okay, now when you're dealing with breathing, that's something different. Rashes is something purging out of you. So I would still say leave it alone. Now, if she's looking for something, what is she trying to, is she trying to use something in place of a mushroom?
Yes,
I don't know. Okay, but what is her goal? That's my whole point. What is her goal? What is she trying to do?
Of mushrooms, I guess the protein.
Is it just a protein thing? Is it just for, because there's a lot of benefits for, that's why I'm trying to figure out what is her goal. If it's, because you can't find something that's going to taste like mushroom. Mushrooms are mushroom. It is what it is. So maybe it's the type of mushroom. Okay, maybe it has that. So that's my next question. What type of mushroom is she having a reaction to? Okay, what type of mushroom is she having a reaction to? As you see, I just gave out a whole bunch of them that were like the turkey tail, the chaga, you got the lion's mane. There's a lot of them out there. So it may be just a specific one she's having a problem with. So that's another question. And then what form is she getting it in? Because you got to watch where you buy. So those are the questions I would have. If she can get on and ask the question, that would be great. All right. So next one, just give me another one while I'll wait for the response on that.
Jay and Clorinda. Jay? Jay, you there? Okay, there we go. Go ahead, Jay. Then Clorinda. Go ahead, Jay.
Hey, Jay.
We can't hear you, Jay.
Can't hear you, Jay. You got to come off mute.
You're off now. Go ahead. Speak up, Jay.
You got it, Jay?
Speak up, buddy. We can hear you.
We can hear you, Jay. Go ahead, Jay. You can speak. We can hear you. Maybe the speaker's off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we can hear him. Hey, Jay, put your question in the chat box for us because we're having a technical problem over there. Okay, buddy?
Jay, can you hear us? Shake your head. Okay, all right, then put your question in the chat because right now we can't hear you.
Okay.
Put it in quickly, but so we can get your answer because we're getting close to the end.
We're about to close out. We're about to close out. So put
right.
put it in the chat box. Put your
question in the chat box. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Clorinda, and then we're up.
Okay, I had a patient the other day, the other week that was diabetic. We were talking about his diet and whatnot, and I noticed he had a bottle of water that had some kind of water that had pH 9.5. I'm like, you're drinking a water that's got pH 9.5. It's probably got stuff added to it. Had my bottle of Crystal Geyser. So I said, let me see your bottle of water. So I read this stuff that was on it, and I was like, yeah. So what they did was they took water, they filtered it, then they added some stuff in it, then they added some more stuff to get the pH up to 9.5. He said, well, because I've been drinking this water, and this water has helped me lose a lot of weight and get my diabetes under control. I said, wow. He said, because I've been telling people all about it. He said, I heard about that Crystal Geyser water. And he said, but this water has a higher pH. I said, first of all, he said, and then he even said he read where people clean stuff with a pH that's a little higher than the pH that he was drinking. I said, you need to think about that. And she said, so I told all these people, that I drank the water and that I lost weight. I said, well, maybe it was the change in your diet that caused you to lose the weight and the fact that you were drinking water. So I said, one thing these people that you told are not going to take into consideration that you changed your diet to try and get your diabetes under control. All they heard was, I was drinking this, he drank this water that had a pH of 9.5 and I'm going to lose weight. So when they don't lose weight, they coming after you.
They coming after you.
They're coming after you.
Yeah,
So he said, well, what's the pH of the crystal guys? I said, it's neutral. I said, it's naturally alkalinized because it's bottled at the source. I said, let me show you my bottle. Read the ingredients. He said, it doesn't say nothing on it. I said, that's my point. Read your ingredients. You got a lot of stuff added in there. So I said, you might want to drink this. I said, plus it's cheaper than what you're buying.
Well, and actually, the Crystal Geyser is at 8.5. That's the 8.5 on the pH, but that's naturally mineral water. Got it? That's from the earth. So something like the Black Farmer's water, that's the 8 also. Those are the ones when you see the color, when we do the color, it turns blue. So he really didn't understand, but he's trying. He's trying. That's why, we can help folks. And that's where the details come out. That's where the really sharp details of knowing your pH, but also knowing that your body looks at this as, I don't know I know what this is, but I don't know what this is. And if that comes in, that's where they're taking like the Essentia and the ones when it says alkaline water 9.5. They're distilling the water. They're distilling, taking all the minerals, and then they're adding electrolytes for taste. But those electrolytes are not real. Those are cheap white salt. So that's why it's not going to hold the charge. So if you keep that bottle open, it's going to lose its charge, just like this. And that's why I said when I test this water the other day, I left it out. I left it out just to see what color, if it changes. And the Crystal Geyser actually got better, and this caught this one. So they all both ended up being at that 8.5 number. So that's why you got to test the water. You got to test and see what's up. But thanks so much for that. That's a stealth testimony right there, Dr. Corinda. That's a stealth testimony to end with, Big B. Let's give Corinda a hand over there for.
Hey, Corinda knew that. She was just hooking us.
Let's give her a hand, y'all.
I forgot about it during the testimony. I was doing some other things because I'm getting ready to travel tomorrow, and I forgot about it. So
that's a good one. That's right. Come on, mute, y'all. Come on, y'all got to give her some hands, y'all. Give her some hands. Come on, mute.
We had to give her a good send off.
Yes.
Congratulations, Corinda.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's what it's all about.
Congratulations, Corinda.
On the scene.
All right, man.
So
hey, guys.
I want to say that to, also, what you're doing now, understand what time of the year we are in right now. So if you're doing, hey, Jay, put yourself on mute, buddy. I'm getting a lot of feedback from you over there. Put yourself on mute, okay? Put yourself on mute. Thank you. And what's happening is a lot of us, we're going through, there's a certain time I want you all to start paying attention to. All right, Big B, you hear me? I want a certain time before we leave, I want you to take advantage of a certain time. And that certain time happens sunrise to about 10 o'clock in the morning. Got it? 9:30, 9:45, somewhere around there, really. But I'll give it to 10 o'clock. And that's a special kind of blue light. Blue light. Yes. So, Big B, maybe that's what you're seeing, buddy, because I've been catching a lot of blue light lately.
Yeah, man.
Yes, I've been catching a lot of blue light. And that's the first light that we only see living on this northern hemisphere, and we can only catch it within those 3 hours. It's like the very early part of the morning. And that's a very high level that sends a signal to our body to make the proper amount of vitamin D.
Wow.
Got it?
Wow.
Very, very good if you have issues with cholesterol.
Right.
If you have hair, skin, nail issues. If you need to get those vitamin D levels higher, that's your time. So that means when you wake up first thing, you don't have to do all this work, y'all. Just if you got a sunroom, getting that sun right when the sun comes up. First thing, first 3 hours, 6, 7, 8, 9, trying to get to 10, but the time is fading fast. So I would say get that first thing in the morning. It makes a difference.
Wow.
It helps you with your digestive system. It's going to help you with your blood pressure. And that just means bathing for about 15 minutes in the sun. You got a sunroom in your house, Big B? You got a sunroom?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I got one in my house, and I just sit right in that sun first thing as the sun's coming up. Just right there. Boom, right there. So that makes all the difference. That's that's giving all of the energy to all of the 150 trillion cells in your body. Got it? So I would say, everyone, that's just a word. First thing, is it going to be sunny tomorrow? What's the weather going to be tomorrow? What's the weather tomorrow in Philly? I don't know what it's going to be anyway, because I know we got a lot of folks from all over. But check your weather. And if the sun's coming up, you better grab that sun. Because after about 10 o'clock, you're not going to get that blue light. Now, if you're closer down to the equator, you're getting it all day. That's why when you go to the islands like Big B sitting back there under that coconut tree back there, if he's under there all day, he's getting all of that blue light. That's why when people go on vacation, they come back, they look totally different. They be like,
ain't that the truth?
They're getting all that blue light. We're not getting that. So I will probably go into that probably next week. I'm going to go into the spectrums of light, and I'll show you where the different spectrums of lights are. But I believe that that's something that we have to get more of. And I challenge you to get up in the morning. Get up, get out. Start to make sure. Matter of fact, I got it right here, Big B. I got it right here. Let me get it here. I found it.
Okay,
real quick.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I'm going to give this right here. This last thing. Prophet is still with us. She's still with us.
I think she
had to bug out.
bounced.
She bugged out. Okay, I think she bugged out. All right.
Call y'all out because it's 9 o'clock and Dr. Paul has got to go.
Yes, I do. I do have to go. And I just want to show them this real quick, and then we're going to close out. And this right here just shows you. Can you see it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is light explained. This is blue-green. That's the one that we're talking about first thing in the morning. That's the one in here. You're trying to get this spectrum of light in the early part of the most effective blue light in that you can get is right around this time. And this is the spectrum, to red to ultraviolet. As it gets higher, that's when it becomes a problem. But if
please
you
send me
can
that
get
chart,
it right
Dr.
in here,
P.
I'll definitely send this out. I know we got to close out, but I'll get into it probably next week and we can break it on down. All right, Big B, tell us how we can close out, man, because Prophetess is coming after us right now.
Gonna get us, man. I can't take it. As always, guys, as we close out, I want to make sure that you remember to do what? In order to get a copy of tonight's chat, make sure you send me an email, guys. Send that email to meccavideo@gmail.com, meccavideo@gmail.com. Now, to continue to support the Family Tree, guys, use my Cash App. That's $BILMORGAN. Again, that's $BILMORGAN. And if you use Zelle through the bank, that ID number, guys, is Dr. Paul at drpaulherb.com. Again, Dr. Paul at drpaulherb.com, or send it directly to the P.O. Box, guys. That's the Bill Morgan, P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. Guys, make sure you, look, in order to do what? Make sure you understand everything. You got your chat by you while you're watching the video, because I always send out the link so that you have a chance to look at it while you're doing what you're doing, all right? Bring your friend, bring your enemy, bring your frenemy right here. Where? To our Family Tree every Wednesday night. God bless, guys. Hey.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, family. Did you learn anything this evening?
Yes, sir. Good night tonight. Good night. Good class, guys. Good class.
All right. I want to thank everybody who came in with a question, comment, information. This always makes it a great class when you start to ask the questions and we can learn from each other.
That's right.
So,
yes, sir.
Let's give a shout out to Prophetess over there. Give Prophetess a hand.
Yeah. Fingers in the making. That's what's up. Yeah.
Hey. We love you. Thank you so much, Prophetess.
Indeed.
And Big B over there, our host with the most. Big
Yo,
B. Bill, one day.
Come
All right. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you, man. It's been a pleasure.
Always, my friend.
Thank you, man.
Always.
for chiming in and keeping things straight on this side.
Yeah, but got to take care of the family.
Truth. We don't charge you with the truth. Only thing we charge you with is that you take the information and give it to somebody and
there you
share
go.
it. All right?
Yes,
so
sir.
God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And remember, if you're breathing,
Yeah.
Good night. All right, Fred, Marcy.
Yeah. Rosette. Hey. Yeah, Marcy. Hi. They came out. Yeah, but Donna's in ya. Patricia. Cricket.
Oh, y'all got a good song there.
Lydia. Yeah. Hey, Claudia. Yeah. One Kimbo. Yeah. Lydia. All right, Apostle. Slap it up. There you go.
I see you, Marcy. I see you running over there, Marcy.
Yeah, buddy. Yes, sir.
She's hanging in there, big thing.
Yeah, man.
Tap.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Tap. Hey.
Left to the right. Tap.
Yeah, buddy.
One side is the
All right, Beverly
pancreas.
Miller.
The other side is what?
Yeah.
What's the other side? Liver, right?
And the other side is your left.
Tap.
All right, Rosanna. Hey.
Tap. You should do this every morning while you're sitting in that sun, right?
Well. Yeah.
Big.
Yeah, man. Yo, I just had to realize my front porch is right in that sunlight, boy.
There you go. First thing in the morning.
Yes, sir. Go out there and grab my seat and sat.
That's right. Drink. You can be sitting in the sun. All right? All right. I want you to start the massage underneath here. I'm going to do a little lymphatic massage underneath. There you go. Right under here. Good.
Yeah, buddy.
And breathe.
Yes, sir.
Move on up. As you move on up. Good. Come around here. Bags from under the eyes. Pull on down. That's right. Clear out that skin. They say, girl, what you been using? Nothing.
Well, nothing, man.
That's all. You know that. You've been moving that lymphatic system.
Yeah, buddy.
Right.
Cute ain't nothing but doing the exercise.
That's right. All you're doing is doing that. So that's you just detox the face, the head, the scalp, just by doing that. All right.
Yeah, but
clap. All right. Good.
Yeah.
Let's rub them together. Rub them together.
Yeah, you go on there.
That heat going. That heat. I see y'all.
Yep.
I see you, Rosetta. All right. I see you. Carol G in the house.
Whoa.
All right.
Yeah.
Left. And stop. And rub it on down.
Yeah, buddy.
Just have good intentions that you are marvelous. You are wonderful. You are wonderful. You are great. And everything you do comes out perfect. That's right. If you don't get excited, who won't get excited?
I know that's right. Well, Yep.
One more time. Come on down. Rub it on down. Go all the way down to your knees. If you got pain anywhere, bring that energy with good intention. And you're going to get all that energy and it's going to clear you out. One more time. Clap. And hold. And move the top one. Keep the bottom still. Feel that energy.
Yeah.
Feels like a big old ball, Big B.
Yeah,
Bless
buddy.
yourself, y'all. God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And remember, thanks for chiming in on the All right, y'all can dance if y'all want to. All right, love y'all much. We'll see you on the weekend.
See you on the weekend, buddy.
Thank you. Have a
And don't forget to send me that chart on your page. All right, man.
Bye-bye.
All right. Big guy. Yeah.
Don't forget to send me the like chart.
Hey, one of my favorite songs right here.
Yep.
want to be under that tree here listening to this song, right?
Bam! Oh, buddy, that's what's up.
Big. All right, who can dance? Where's Free? I see you.
They call it Hookie Lao.
Woo! I see you, Marcy. I see you. I see you, Joanne.
Yeah, Joanne, that's what's up. That's what's up.
She's rolling with the hands. She got me. Yeah.
All right.
Y'all know how y'all cut up with the camera and all that.
Well, yeah, buddy.
I'll be out there. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all.
See ya. See ya on the weekend, buddy.
Got your homework, right?
I know. Got work for me to do. Really?
I got homework.
Well,
I love y'all much. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll see y'all. Good night.
yeah, buddy.
Nice. God bless everyone.